Okay, this is my first of what I hope will be many posts regarding my aquaponics adventure. I've misplaced my little camera, so I'm back to the laptop. I am working on my IBC tote. Cutting off the top 14 inches, which will be used as the grow bed. Then I'll be using the bottom portion as a fish tank. I'm going to get another larger IBC tote, with which I will do the same thing. I'll show you here if you remember, I had the black plastic down to kill the weeds, and it was quite effective in doing so, as you can see there. The stake in the middle is the center point of my aquaponics system. It's going to be 18 feet. So that's 9 feet. I'm going to have that as my center point, and I will go in each direction. I'll go in each direction with fish tanks and grow beds. Once I get that one cut through, I'll be halfway done with the metal cutting. The hacksaw blades come in quite handy. This isn't going to be easy. said 14 inches would be the easiest place to cut through the metal. 14 inches from the top. I'm not sure why. Well, it would certainly be easier than cutting through right there. Ow! But I don't know why they're saying 14 inches. Where's my tape measure? Well, whatever. This part up here, from here to here, it's supposed to be 10 to 12 inches. That's what's needed for the grow bed. Hope it is. Here's my assistant. Don't know if you can see my assistant. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. What's the matter with you? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay. Let's see, right now it is 3:07. Wow. Got a lot of miles. Hope that's online where I need to cut through there. I think it is. But alright, I'm halfway through. You know what? It's going to get harder. It's going to get harder as more of them come undone. It's going to get harder. I'm going to start over here. Come on. Come on. There you go. are you digging in there for? What's the matter with you? Sure. It's getting hard. Man, what is the matter with this hacksaw blade? Keeps flying out. Might not be putting it in correctly. All right, let's see here. This here. This here. Have it both on the same side. Come on. That should be better. What is the matter here? Now what happened to them? Oh my goodness. The end, the hacksaw blade came off. The end of the hacksaw blade came off. Who knows where it went? There's no way I can cut through this with just the blade. It's all fell apart. That's impossible. All right. Hacksaw blade fell apart. Fell on the ground somewhere. Who knows where it is? I cannot find it. I can't finish without a hacksaw blade. I have to go buy a whole nother. What happens if I do it this way? People break out of jail all the time with just a hacksaw blade. No saw handle. I ought to be able to cut through some hollow pipes. Of course, if I'm in jail, don't have to go to supper at 5 o'clock. Ow! That's not going to work. That's not going to work. Where'd the end of my hacksaw blade go? Fell apart. Maybe I have another one. I had another one in the shed. I keep forgetting that the weed eater's hanging up on the ceiling. There we go. This one's better anyway. Gotcha. Come on. On, out. Nope. Nope. There we go. Karate kicks do it. When all else fails. 4 more left to go. Warning you not to mess with me. Come on. Oh, come on. There's my tape measure. Doing this instead of going to the gym. This is exercise. Oh no! Don't you start falling apart on me. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'll use that one to cut through plastic. I'm going to use this one that's the remaining. Okay. I have to do drag kicks again. Yeah, got it. 3 more to go. There's a hole there. This falls apart. There we go. 2 more to go. Somebody. Come on, somebody. Come on, you. Come on, you. Middle. What you doing? What's the matter with you? I'm gonna get you out. I'm gonna get you out. Okay. Come on. Come on, somebody. I hate some. Okay, come on, somebody. You can do it. You can do it. You're almost there. Gotcha, didn't I? Did that get it? No. Oh no. Why? Why must I say? I don't care. Come on. Gotcha. One more. Alright, that's all. I don't like you. You don't like me. Oh no. The end fell off on that one too. Alright, Saul. I don't like you. Ooh, that's not right. And you don't like me. But if we get through this, I'll go back to killing you with beer. That's all it says. It's a deal. That is paraphrased from The Simpsons, where Homer had to take and pass some sort of test. What was it? I think it was a test to get his GED. I think. Yep. I think it was a test to get his GED. He said, "Alright, brain, I don't like you, and you don't like me. But if we can get through this, I'll go back to killing you with beer." His brain said, "It's a deal." And he got his GED. This is not good for business. But then later he became a college teacher. Homer Simpson did. Community college, even though all he had was the GED. There was some humor in that about community colleges, I'm sure. Although I did attend one semester at a community college. This is just not good for business. Homer became a teacher at a community college. he became a teacher at a community college, he went over to his GED and lit it on his wall in his house and lit it on fire. He said, "I won't be needing you anymore." And then the rest of his house caught on fire. So that wasn't very smart. There was a question about The Simpsons on the American Bible Challenge test. Which character on The Simpsons is known as a devout Christian? Yep. That was on the American Bible Challenge test. And I knew the answer. Because I know a lot about The Simpsons. Up to about 2004. I quit watching it in 2004 because the people that are trying to make everybody turn gay took over the writing, and it wasn't funny anymore. So I quit watching. It wasn't funny. But it's still on the air, even though it hasn't been funny for about 8 or 9 years. One more to go. Whoa, no, I got more than one because I got tomorrow to do a whole nother one. My saw's not working right. My saw is not working correctly. My other saw broke completely. I'm gonna have to get a new saw tomorrow. Doing it. Alright, maybe let's go back to this first saw blade. I'm going to get a saw. Another hacksaw. Because you never know when you're going to have to break out of prison. You never know. This looks like it's going on better. Looks like it's twisted. Is that the problem? Made it through. All right. Not too excited about having to cut through a whole nother one of those tomorrow. Maybe some of them will have less of a wire cage on them than others. Probably not. But that's one thing I'll look for. I also have to get the two. I'm getting two. One to replace this one under the downspout. And one. I need them both to be bigger. This is a 1,000 liter. That one's a 1,200 liter. Alright, so now I gotta cut through the plastic. This should be a bit easier cutting through metal. I think I'm over halfway yet. The dog's barking at something. So anyway, back to the Simpsons. The post office recently did a Simpsons commemorative stamp. They printed something like 1.2 billion Simpsons commemorative stamps. They only sold something like 400 million of them. The reason is The Simpsons has lost its popularity. If it was 2002, I probably would have bought some. But since The Simpsons aren't funny anymore, I didn't even know they printed them. And I didn't buy any. And if the post office had been in tune with culture, they would have realized it. Speaking of which, culture, that is, society, I read a report today that in Belgium there were two men, twins that were 45 years old, had been deaf since birth, apparently. These twins were developing blindness. The 45-year-old twins that were already deaf were developing blindness. They chose to avail themselves of legalized euthanasia. For euthanasia is legalized in Belgium. So, because they were going blind and because they were already deaf, because they had a disability, they chose to kill themselves. Now, the important thing to take from this is that Belgian society is the most discriminatory society in the history of the world. The reason is that those two disabled, oh boy, cut that a little too deep there, I'm afraid. deeper than I wanted to be. But I can't change it. But the deepest part is where it's going to be, is the tallest it's going to be. And that's not good. That is not good at all. This isn't going to be a very big fish tank. This isn't going to be very big at all. Not big at all. The other one that I'm going to get is going to be bigger. Anyhow, back to Belgium Society. The fact that Belgium Society led those two, because of the values in their society, led those two disabled men to feel they were better off dead than alive, is an indication that Belgium is the most discriminatory society in the world. Because if Belgium Society was not discriminatory, then those two men would have felt that they were valuable contributors to society and that their life was worth continuing until nature, natural course of things, brought their demise. They didn't feel that way because of the discrimination in Belgium society against disabled persons. I would expect that Belgium is ranked as one of the best places to live in the world. It's not. If it were, those two men would not have committed suicide, and Belgium would not have had made it illegal for them to commit suicide. They didn't actually commit suicide. Someone killed them. But it was legal murder that they were able to go to some facility and receive assistance in killing themselves, i.e. murder. The most disturbing thing was, though, that Belgium is considering a law that would make it legal to euthanize persons with dementia. And the story said also children, if the families of the persons with dementia or the children agreed to the euthanasia. The story did not give any details regarding the age of the children that could be euthanized, anything like that. What are you barking at? Is there somebody back there on the tracks? Are you getting them? Are you getting them? goodness. I had to go all the way over to here. I had a long ways to go. It's 4 o'clock. So anyway, with the new Obamacare law, it sets in place, and not only sets in place the precedent, but also, no doubt, if you read the entire Obamacare law, which most of the people that voted on it didn't even read. The Obamacare law itself authorizes such measures by our government. The euthanizing of, well, basically anybody that the government decides to receive it. But if it does not in itself specifically authorize that, which I would say doubtless it does. But even if it does not, it sets in motion the precedent for this development in that government as the primary authority for deciding who receives health care and who does not, and makes it illegal to obtain health care outside of government oversight. I'm not sure why someone would want to have government in charge of killing people, but those that voted for Obama will have to answer that for themselves. And doubtless most of the people that voted for Obama were not consciously and intentionally voting to put government in charge of killing people, even though that is the end result of their vote. But because that was not their intent, and probably in the truest heart of their heart, they did not believe they were voting for that. I do not believe they will be held responsible for that vote. But I am not the final judge. And so my comments should be taken for what they're worth. Coming around to the last side. Ooh, I don't know if you saw the dog. No, you didn't see the dog jump. The dog jumped up on the fence trying to get to work. I think, however, that it should have been apparent to most everyone that Obama's purpose is to destroy jobs in this country, so that more people are dependent on food stamps and government handouts to keep from starving to death. That way, he and his party will get more votes. should have been able to see that. And so I feel everyone will be held responsible for their vote as regards to that. Although, again, as I say, I'm not the final judge, and so those comments are there for what they're worth. I might point out that my comments and $5 will get you a coffee at Starbucks if you buy coffee from Starbucks, which I don't very often. In my lifetime, I have probably spent less than $100 at Starbucks, and I mainly get hot chocolate or some kind of fruit drink, or a pastry, or something along that line. And probably the amount that I've spent at Starbucks in my lifetime is somewhere around $50. A lot of people spend $50 a week. The dog's after a squirrel again. That's why Starbucks has oh my goodness. You want me in the bag? You want a baby puppy? Oh my goodness. Come out. Alright, made it to the end. Now, what I gotta do, lift this up and over and down. And this, you see, is going to be my grow bed. It's going to sit on top of here. Wow, that's short. The other one's going to be taller. It's going to sit on here like this. I'm going to have another tank that sits on this side, and a grow bed is going to sit halfway on it, butting up to this. That's going to be in the middle. I'm going to have the pump in this grow bed, or in this fish tank right here. It's going to pump water up and over a pipe. The pipe is going to have small holes in it. It's going to run back into this bed, into the fish tank. It's going to run into this grow bed. It's going to run into this other grow bed. It's going to run into the other fish tank. The other fish tank is going to be taller. It's going to have a gravity drain that drains from it back into here. Eventually I'll be able to add on grow beds that go that way. It'll be set up with a bale siphon that works that when this tank gets to a certain stage of fullness, the bell siphon kicks in and gets a low pressure system that drains this, and then it slowly fills back up again. Drains very quickly, fills back up again. I'm gonna have to coordinate it. Well, anyway, that's for down the road. I gotta conquer this engineering problem to begin with. I'm gonna have to spend a lot of time rinsing out these tanks. So I'm gonna go set them up over here. So that'll end our movie for today. We will hopefully have more progress to report tomorrow.